I was thinking about this idea about faith, right? And the idea that, there's this ghastly risk, when you come into life, as soon as you're born, there's a risk, right? And every step, even your first step, is an act of faith. Walking out to the beach, an act of faith. Walking towards your car, an act of faith. Taking your camera out to a shoot, an act of faith. And what exactly does that mean? That means every day we're living with an act of faith, whether we believe it or perceive it or not. Life is wonderful, and it's truly such a gift to be on this earth. Looking at the numbers of how much of a miracle we are, and the chances of us being born is so incredibly high. Well, I should say the odds of us being born is so incredibly high that it's insane to fathom. And I think many of us take life for granted all the time. Today I'm at the beach, and I don't really go out to the beach that much, but it's a great way to kind of reflect and just relax your mind for a little bit and take in nature and the world and just see people kind of connect together. People fishing and just the blue, beautiful water. And it's just those little things that make you really appreciate how beautiful life is, and sometimes how easy it is for us to forget. The idea that everything we do is an act of faith is incredibly liberating, incredibly powerful. And the idea of not taking any risks because we want to be safe, or because we don't want anything to happen to us, is almost like failure by default. I mean, life is a risk. There was a great quote by Jim Rohn, and what he said was, "I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive." And that was pretty powerful. So, what is it that we're really afraid of? I think a lot of times it's actually we're afraid of ourselves. We're afraid of our potential, how much we can achieve. What if we do succeed? What if we don't succeed? What if we become the people we've always wanted to be? What then? And that idea is scary because for a lot of people that want that, right? They feel that once they reach that, or if they reach it too soon, they're not going to be ready. But the truth is, you kind of doing what you're doing right now is preparing you for that step. So when you do reach it, you'll know exactly what to do. These trials and tribulations, these failures, everything you've kind of done that haven't worked, there's a reason for that. There's a plan in place for your life. And it's just not your time if you failed. Not right now, because you aren't ready. And that idea, that perception that if you go with that mindset of sort of being more optimistic and believing that, when it's your time, it'll be your time, and just keep doing what you're doing, keep striving, keep grinding, keep hustling, you'll eventually make it. But the most important point I can make is you will not make it if you do not believe it. You have to believe it, and then you're halfway there. That's what they say. One of the things I remember hearing is 80% is just showing up, 20% is just doing the work. And there is so much truth to that. An incredible amount of truth. Because it really is. The hardest thing for most people these days is being able to get up and do what they need to do. And I'm one of them. I'm definitely one of them. I have my moments. But once you do, it honestly is incredibly liberating, because once you start and get that momentum building, it's so addictive. You don't want to stop. But for most people, they never get there because the first part of getting up and doing it, they never pass that point. So if you can get to a point where you can get up every morning, set yourself a schedule, or just tell yourself, to go into that uncomfortableness. That's where you'll find growth. And for me, honestly, coming out, doing these videos, even when I don't feel like it, because trust me, I have these days where I just don't feel like doing anything. I'll come out here and I'll remind myself, bring my camera and say, you know what, I'm a content creator. This is my passion. This is what I love to do. And I'm gonna do it. First for me, and then for everyone else watching. If I can inspire one person, I'm doing something right. I'm happy. And it's not to say, why can't you? It doesn't have to be in the form of content creating. It can be writing. It can be poetry. It can be just talking. It can be music. It can be cooking. Whatever your niche is, explore it. Delve into it. Become a part of it. Make it your regime. And one day, with that consistency, I honestly believe you will succeed. And when I say succeed, success can mean a lot of different things for many different people. For most people, they think straight away money. It doesn't have to be monetary gain. It can be something else. It can be as simple as recognition. It can be reaching a certain goal that you're proud of, a milestone, right? It can be anything. Success is subjective to the person. For me, it's about growing my platform and just inspiring other people, becoming a better content creator, and in turn, working on my mental health, becoming a better person. Because I'm still learning a lot. I make mistakes and I'm still learning, as we all are. So, it's a journey. And sometimes people are too focused on the destination, but they forget about the journey. Even me. You get too stressed out about what's the future gonna hold, what's gonna happen then, but you forget to live in the moment. You forget to live in the now. And all we really have, guys, is the now, the present moment right now. So make those little moments count. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is something that was on my mind and I really wanted to talk about. And if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. It really does help. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. I post a lot of videos about content creating and filmmaking and photography, and sometimes just philosophical topics as well, and stuff that's on my mind. But I hope to see you in the next video, and stay safe until then, and I'll see you guys soon. See yous.